our 2-year wedding anniversary.
And since we've got into this milestone, we thought we'll summarize the best moments.
Is that the shirt you're gonna wear?
Yeah.
You just wore it like 3 days ago.
Sweetheart, who cares? They're not looking at my shirt. And how many shirts do you think
I know,
have?
but you're like always wearing this shirt.
But how many shirts do you think I have?
Well, enough to take up half the closet.
You know what? This video is gonna be the biggest fights that we had through the 2 years. I think that's gonna be more entertaining. You know what? Here it comes.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's the video, then for sure we're gonna talk about the bread fight.
And I want you guys to take sides. You know what? Literally comment and take sides. Because this has been a burning issue in our house. And we want you to pick.
All right. First up, the loaf that broke us. All right. So, long ago, it was still within our first year of marriage, and I was going grocery shopping. And Tillman and I grocery shop according to our Pinterest meal plans. So this week I was going grocery shopping to, make the norms like a meatloaf.
I've never seen any meatloaf.
Hand tossed pizza.
You mean the frozen pizza?
You like that?
Well, that is pretty good.
Okay. And this particular week I was feeling a little sandwichy, if you will.
Is that even a word?
Can you let me tell my side of the story?
Okay.
Okay. So I was feeling sandwichy, and I thought, to tell you the truth, it would be an ode back to Telwyn's college sandwich days. He doesn't like to brag, but he used to work in a knockoff Subway at a college.
Well, it was more expensive than a Subway.
Cute little sandwich maker. So here I thought I was doing him a favor. I bought all the sandwich fixins, if you will. The cheese, the mayonnaise, the lettuce, the tomatoes, and most importantly,
the bread.
The bread. Okay? So, everything's in the cart. I come home, whole day at work. Telwyn is on his way home from work, and I think, I should make my husband a sandwich. So he comes home, and I run to the door, open arms, with a sandwich. And he says, "No, I don't want a sandwich." Okay, fine. Whole day passes, whatever. So then, for breakfast, the next morning, I made you a breakfast sandwich. He loves those. Eggs, tomatoes, toast on the bread. And I put it in the container on the counter for him to take to work with him. Remember?
Oh yeah.
He had an early morning meeting and rushed past and forgot my sandwich. So I ate it. It was good too. So an entire week goes by, and all of these tragic missed connections with this sandwich. And I've been eating a lot of sandwiches, to tell you the truth. So anyway, he finally is home. It's like Sunday, and is hungry. And I'm like, how about I make you a sandwich? And he says,
oh yeah, I'll just help you out and probably make it. It's a weekend, so I do like to do my bit in the kitchen.
He does. He's great in the kitchen. So finally, he's gonna eat a sandwich, okay? So he goes to the pantry and grabs the loaf of bread. So the bread was expired. Are you done yet?
Are you done exaggerating the story?
Not quite.
Meaning that one more.
So the bread was expired.
Okay, can I speak now?
Well, I don't think they actually know the point that I'm trying to make with this story yet.
Okay, go ahead. This is taking a while. And probably that's why the bread expired.
The bread wasn't expired because I had eaten the bread. And the bread wasn't stale. The bread had no mold on it. The bread was fine.
Okay, that's it. Okay. So firstly, the so-called sandwiches that I walked away from didn't exactly exist. That's all. When Carolyn was muttering in her head, she made these so-called sandwiches for the story. Nothing existed. Secondly, the bread had expired for 7 days. Now, the bread cost 90 cents. Do you want to risk eating an expired bread, or you just move away and eat something else?
Okay, it's not expired meat or expired milk. It's expired bread. Nothing was going to happen to you. And may I just reiterate, with bread, you can tell bread is expired because bread gets stale or moldy when it's expired. If it tastes the same and the texture is the same, it's fine.
I'm sorry, I didn't marry you for your expertise in bread because I don't trust you that way. What am I gonna, if there's spoiled milk, what am I gonna say? Drink it and
I
then
would
say...
never offer you spoiled milk.
But
I have standards. Just bread will let you know if it's expired, and it was clearly fine.
But how? So, and the point of the story is, I just said, I don't want to eat this so-called expired bread. If you want to eat it, feel free. But she was adamant to shoving bread in my mouth, which I thought was unfair.
So anyway, he didn't eat the sandwich, and I didn't talk to him for 3 days.
Now, is this acceptable behavior over a piece of bread?
Let us know in the comments. Let us know if you would eat the bread that wasn't stale and wasn't moldy.
So round 2, the photo fiasco.
Oh, this one's a good one. So it was the beginning of the
Hey.
pandemic, and
You had fun with your dumb bread story. It's my turn.
okay.
Plus, the story might be shorter with me saying it. Okay, so it's about 8 months ago. We are in 2020. The world is at a lockdown.
Ugh.
I am sitting at my office, kitchen, and doing my daily work. Just mundane. And Carolyn comes up all excited. She's on Facebook apparently. And she's reading. Hi, my daughters would like to spread some cheer in the neighborhood. She'd like to do porch portraits. Firstly, there's no cheer being spread my way with those comments, to be honest. I didn't want any of it. Plus, the level of excitement when there's a big mismatch, you should smell trouble coming up your way. And sure enough, I did express my unwillingness to go forward with this porch portrait stuff, which I had no clue what it was.
I don't think they also know what porch portraits are.
Exactly. So you guys are probably on my side.
Shall I clarify?
Sure,
Can
go
I
ahead.
talk?
Okay.
Is it my turn yet?
Feel free.
Okay, just to rewind, yes, I did come downstairs and I did kind of shock you with out of the blue an announcement that I had read on our neighborhood Facebook page that some person's daughter was going to come house to house and take pictures of people, us. She would stand at the driveway or the mailbox, and we would come out with our whole family. We don't have kids, so we would bring our dog out and we would smile. And then she would document this weird time in history that there is a pandemic and the entire globe is in quarantine. Okay? Okay, and he didn't get it. He didn't understand.
I didn't get the part that we perfectly well on a tripod right here. We have a camera. We are competent enough to put YouTube videos out there. And apparently we can't click our own pictures.
Okay, so here's the issue with that. Because yes, we make YouTube videos, but when it comes to still photography, Telwyn is, oh my god, I don't want to take a picture. This is the shirt I'm wearing. And he doesn't take costume changes nicely or want to like sit still long enough to take a picture. So I thought by having an outside person come to our house and do this thing that the entire globe is doing, everybody's doing porch portraits.
Is that why you have to explain
I thought
in
it would
detail
be fun.
what that thing is? To be honest, it was new for me. I had no clue. And then I was like, are we supposed to pay this person to take pictures of us? And you guys know it's Facebook. We have like 700 pictures.
I told them we didn't have to pay for it.
And secondly, the world was in panic. This is not now. This is right at lockdown when the world was out of toilet paper. That's how panicked people were. And we are supposed to get a stranger to click a picture.
So
I said, how about we not do this and just click a picture ourselves if at all required. Plus,
But-
we're pretty good with Photoshop, so it's like,
And has that picture happened?
because you were mad.
Yeah, so he promised me that we were gonna do it. Okay, so I texted the girl, I booked our time and everything, and we even decided on outfits. Okay, we made it that close, and I am like ready. The girl's supposed to come in like 2 hours, and I like go downstairs. Tell him, are you ready? Are you like gonna take a shower? And he's like, are we doing that? And I'm like, yeah, we're doing it. She's coming, and then you were like, I don't think that she should come here. There's a pandemic going on. And I was so angry. So I texted her, never mind, my husband doesn't want to do it. And I stormed upstairs and I didn't talk to her for the rest of the day.
In all fairness, I did probably overreact, but didn't you guys overreact at the start of the pandemic?
So actually, you know what really made me madder is when I was upstairs in the bedroom all boarded up and locked in. I have a TV up there, so I was good, but I was mad and I was brooding. And I was going through Facebook, and guess what I saw on Facebook? All of these other people, all of my friends from all across the country posting their porch portraits because it was a thing going around. You probably have them.
So apparently,
If you took a porch portrait, please let us know in the comments below.
Facebook had pictures, and that's supposed to be surprising and new.
No, but it was cute because people were on their front porches. And some people did it like really funny, like they had like signs up for their kids. It was like no school, you know, like giving the vibe of the house in pandemic, and it could have been a fun memory, and he robbed me of it.
Firstly,
Or I feel robbed, I'm not gonna lie, I feel robbed.
you didn't sell it to me like that. You just sold it to me like, let's dress up and get pictures. And firstly, you have to know, I'm a boy. I'm not playing with dolls all my childhood that I want to keep dressing up every 5 minutes. I don't care. If I take a shower, that's a bonus. So that's what happened. I was not too excited about this picture thing. And in all fairness, I did probably overreact considering the time.
And you want to know the worst thing?
And I actually said, okay, let's go ahead, let's get her. After she cancelled, which was probably not the best of timings on my behalf.
So, like, the next day, my mom calls me up. She goes, oh my God, Carolyn, did you see Curtis and Lilia, my cousins? They have the most beautiful pictures. Some person, I kid you not, she goes, some person came around and took pictures of everyone standing on their front porch. And I was still really mad. I'm like, you don't say. And I had to go on Facebook, and Curtis and Lilia, your porch portraits really caused a big riff in our house because I stormed downstairs and look what they have! Their pictures are so good, I'll show them.
I still don't get it. We have a tripod right here.
It's not the same.
It can be the same. This is just a drama queen. It's just a picture at the end of the day.
Same.
And her dad clicks good pictures. He could have done it someday. Anyway, she was mad again for the same old 3 days. Now, is that really justified for a picture that you could click any day?
And I will tell you that your lesson learned is if you don't want the silent treatment for 3 days, just do what I say.
Just so you know, I had a TV downstairs too, so 3 days was okay. And I think we should share how the fights ended.
How did the fights end? I kind of don't really remember.
Not the second one, but I do remember the bread fatality kind of ended when a stranger walked into our house, and then we couldn't really act like
They
we were.
weren't strange. Well, they were strange. They were Mormons.
Yeah, and we couldn't act like we were mad at each other.
It was actually pretty. The Mormon boys came around our neighborhood and knocked on the door, and we don't. I mean, it's 2020. People don't really knock on people's doors unexpectedly anymore. So I answered the door. Probably because I was mad, and I was too mad to be like, should I answer it? So I just answered it. And there were 2 boys standing there, and Telwyn had no idea who they were. And they're like, hi, do you have a moment to talk? So I let them in our house, because if you're from the United States, you're probably familiar with the Mormon boys.
And if you're from India, you have no clue what she's talking about.
So the Mormons, when they're like, I don't know, like 18 to 20, they go on a mission trip, and they send their kids out to another state and another city, and the kids they just walk around to neighborhoods knocking on doors. Anyway, so you let them in your house because they're nice. They're nice.
Now
And
you
then
see
they
why the
talk to
bread
you.
expired. Gosh, the stories don't end.
No, I needed to tell them who they were.
Okay,
'Cause
yeah.
over half of our audience is from India. They don't know.
In short, a stranger came into our house and we contact Mad.
They were very nice
And
boys. They were
that's-
talking to us about God.
And that's why we had to kind of talk to each other and they helped us break the ice.
And then when they left, we both burst up laughing because we're like, completely realized how ridiculous Telwyn was acting.
But don't get us wrong, we still have those fights in our minds and we're eager for the comments to figure out who won.
Yeah, it's probably just like bringing up a lot of burning passion and fights in our...
Okay, what other fights are we going to talk about today? Remember the time when you were about to fill up your car with diesel instead of regular gas?
I do not recall such a time.
Thankfully, it's not my car, so... Yeah.
Remember the time you almost burned down our kitchen by cooking steak?
Yes.
And the entire time he was continuing to cook the steak, I was running upstairs and running downstairs with a broom handle, stopping the upstairs fire smoke detector, and then I would come down and stop the downstairs smoke detector, and then as soon as that one, I ran up and down like 20 times trying to...
Well, lessons
Fix
learned.
that.
That was an honest mistake. I was also stirring your gajar ka halwa, which was like half done.
Yeah, that didn't turn out great. Okay, anyway, the point is we've had 2 great years and 2 hilariously bad fights.
Oh, but you guys should know, apart from these big ones, we have a lot while shooting. So one of these days, if
He
you...
made me cry.
Well, that's not that difficult, to be honest. So it's not like I hit you or something. But yeah, we do tend to have quite a few fights right down here. And if you see that we haven't posted videos for a while, that's probably because we didn't agree to something. And maybe she's not talking to me.
For 3 days. Yeah,
Okay.
YouTube videos do cause a lot of issues. But hey guys, we're all here for you, and drop the comments below, let us know, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We do post a lot of our fights on our Instagram stories, and people actually really enjoy when we have our issues on Instagram. I got a lot of DMs saying like, hey girl, thanks for being real. So let us know. Make sure you're liking and subscribing to all of our social medias.
Cool. See you guys, and we'll come back with some more excitement.
And if you're currently in the middle of a fight with your spouse, don't let those fester. Fight it out and then say, I love you, and then laugh about it later.